Hi, my name is Teralyn Pilgrim, and I'm going to read you an excerpt from my new book, Don't Dance on the Toilet, and Other Things I Never Thought I'd Say to My Kids. This is chapter 5. My kids are plotting against me. Before I became a mom, I thought kids shows would be super annoying, but most of them are actually pretty good. I've become hopelessly addicted to Miraculous Ladybug. I can't stop watching it to see if Ladybug and Cat Noir will ever understand their feelings for each other. Sophia the First is adorable. And for heaven's sakes, when are they going to make another Tinkerbell movie? Seriously, Disney, get it together. My favorite kid show, and I don't care who knows it, is My Little Pony. My husband used to make fun of me about it. I asked him once, "Hey, did you ever see that episode of My Little Pony?" "I'm going to stop you right there," he said. "No matter how you end that sentence, the answer will always be no." But then he let it slip that Rainbow Dash is his favorite pony, and now I make fun of him. If the kids are asleep and he walks in on me watching it by myself, he'll probably say, "I can't believe you like that stupid show." To which I will answer, "I'm sorry, who's your favorite pony again?" I got one of my friends into the show, which inspired her to throw a My Little Pony birthday party. The kids got to decorate themselves to look like ponies, which involved makeup, glitter, and spray and hair color. Better her house than mine. My friend was going to move soon and didn't want to take all the party stuff with her, so she gave the makeover supplies to me, including the spray and hair color. I foresaw a disaster, but I still agreed to take it. I slid the cans into my purse without my children seeing me. When we got home, I put the spray cans on the highest shelf of the bedroom closet, out of sight, where they would be safe. Or so I thought. Any parent can testify to this. You can't hide things from your kids. They might be incapable of finding their socks in the morning, but if there's something you don't want them to find, that object exudes a scent that kids can sniff out like bloodhounds. When I was young, I knew where my parents hid their rated R movies, their candy, and their lingerie. Nothing is safe. My kids found our own intimacy stash. Every couple has one. And Rose used a blindfold as part of a superhero costume. I found her leaping from the couch with a blindfold as a mask and a towel as a cape, shouting, "Look, Mommy, I superhero." Now we can no longer use it. Whenever we see the blindfold, we say, "Oh, wasn't it so cute when?" And it kills the moment. Speaking of which, one time we visited a friend's house. We were there for barely 15 minutes before the kids were digging the couple's intimacy stash out of a dresser. That had to be some kind of record. I was mortified. Not as mortified as the couple, though. Although, in my children's defense, you should never hide anything in a dresser drawer. That's just asking for kids to find it. But I thought the spray and hair color would be different. I had outsmarted the girls by putting it on the upper shelf. Even if they did somehow know it was there, they couldn't reach it, right? Here's a parenting tip. Never underestimate your children. They are capable of great things, for better or worse. In order to finish telling the story, I have to make a confession. My daughters let me take naps. I confess this because I learned the hard way never to brag about it. Whenever I let it slip to other parents that I get to nap, their eyes would narrow and their mouths would twist into bitter frowns. Some parents, if they're sleep deprived enough, would even snarl. They don't understand. Those naps come at a great cost. My children do not let me sleep to be nice. They let me sleep because then they can get away with anything. When I start snoring, it's party time. During one nap, Rose climbed the shelves to the top of her closet. I didn't know she could do that. She's too scared to use the ladder at the playground, for heaven's sakes. Perhaps she was motivated by the mystery of a high shelf. I don't know if she was pleasantly surprised to see the spray and hair color, or if, like a magnet, the color just hypnotically drew her in. Either way, she found it, and decided to spray it not on her hair, but her sister's. Grace did not like this, and ran away. But Rose chased her around until her head was covered in pink, except for a few blonde patches that she missed. I know Grace didn't hold still for her makeover because there were toddler high pink slashes on walls and counters all over the house. The washable spray turned out to be not so washable. Grace has fine blonde hair, and after shampooing her head 6 times, I had to give up and put her to bed with pale pink head. A week later, when it was Christmas, she still had pink hair. I had to wait until January to take pictures of the girls in their Christmas dresses. People without kids usually judge me for falling asleep and letting my children run rampant. First off, I am not the only mother who falls asleep on the job. My exterminator said he came home from work once to find the baby asleep in the kitchen, sitting in his high chair with mashed peas all over his face, and the mom was passed out on the couch. People just don't understand how tired moms get. I have fallen asleep sitting up while helping my daughter do homework. I have fallen asleep on top of folded laundry, using a stack of kid shirts as a pillow. I once fell asleep on the closet floor. My husband doesn't believe me, but I swear it happened. Recently, I was sitting on a bench watching my kids play on a swing set. I dozed off sitting up so soundly that I didn't even notice when the girls went back inside the house. Parental exhaustion isn't irresponsibility, it's biology. Anyway, I'm not the only one at fault here. This is impossible to confirm, but I have my suspicions that the girls lure me to sleep on purpose. I first suspected this while doing homework with Rose. She did not want to do her reading that day, and I was riding her hard to get it done. When we were both frustrated and on the verge of anger, her voice switched from irritated to sweet. Kindly, she said, "Mommy, would you like to go lie down?" The girls worked together on this. Once, they asked if they could have warm milk in sippy cups, and if they could cuddle with me while drinking it. Not on the couch, they said. "Let's go to the bedroom. You can lie down. We'll put our heads on your shoulders. It's cold. Can we have a blanket?" Next thing I knew, it was pitch black outside. The sound of the front door closing had woken me up. My husband was home. Not wanting him to know that I had fallen asleep, I leapt out of bed and jumped into the hallway. As casually as I could, but with muffled speech and blurry eyes, I said, "Hey, honey, how was work?" "You fell asleep, didn't you?" he asked with a frown. Busted. "How could you tell?" I asked. He held his arms out and turned around. The children had trashed the house. Rose likes to build beds for her toys, so there are pillows and blankets covering floors in every room, with a stuffed animal tucked into each one. They had gotten into a box of salon paws and stuck them to every surface, then gotten a permanent marker off the microwave and drew designs on them. When there were no more salon paws to draw on, Rose drew permanent marker all over her younger sister. This last part was especially annoying because she'd already been forever banned from using markers at school after drawing on her classmates. I didn't even know kindergarten teachers could ban children from markers. The next day, after I picked up Rose from school, she got inside the car and buckled her seatbelt. "Mom," she said, "do you want to go to sleep again so I can draw on my sister?"